Hi, I am Rebecca Babcock, and I'm the founder of Rebecca Babcock Coaching. There's a lot of coaches out there, so I just want to jump in really quickly and ask you, have you ever looked at your career or your life and thought, how did I get here? I've worked really hard, I've checked all the boxes, and yet something feels off. I feel stuck, or I feel mad, or this wasn't what I thought it was going to look like when I started out. And you don't have the time or money to simply navel gaze and think about how you'd like it to be, or too many responsibilities to just go have that van life. Well, that's why I created the Babcock Method. I've been there. I've tried all the usual solutions, getting a new job, changing industries, getting a divorce. But for the most part, wherever I went, there I was. So that's when I built the Babcock Method, which is not a traditional coaching program. It's a tailored transformation. So it doesn't just give you another career move or tips to get through that breakup or how to lose the weight or whatever it is. It creates a strategic plan, roadmap just for you that aligns your purpose and your passion and your fulfillment in a really practical way. So I don't do this on my own. I'm certified as a career transition coach, an executive leadership coach, a life coach, a relationship coach, a trauma-informed coach. And I have huge curriculums so that when we meet, it's whatever you need. But what really makes this different is that it's 100% holistic. So no more from me. It's time to introduce you to the team who makes this truly holistic. So I'm going to start by just inviting everybody here, and I will introduce everyone once they are on the stage. But hello, of course, not everybody can be here because they're busy working coaches. But we've got some of the Babcock Method, some of the Rebecca Babcock Coaching Dream Team, and I work with you all together, say holistically. I'm like your general practitioner. And each one of these coaches is a specialist in something that's very unique to them, because I'm not going to sit here and say we can change your overall life because you work with me. But with an entire committee and team of coaches, we can help you get to exactly where you want to be without having to spend a decade, which is what I did, hiring different coaches at different times and playing whack-a-mole, or figuring out my career and then my life felt messed up, or that my finances weren't good, but my relationship wasn't working. So without further ado, here's the team. And what we're going to do is we're just going to introduce everyone and let them say a little bit about themselves. So why don't we start with Andrew?
Hi there. My name is Andrew Barrett, and I'm a meditation and mindset coach. I specialize in demystifying meditation because I've found that most people know that meditation is really good for lowering their stress levels and improving their overall quality of life. But many people think they can't do it, that it's not for them because their mind is so busy. And then I specialize in supercharging people's lives through a combination of lowering your stress levels through meditation and changing your mindset through reframing the subconscious narratives that we are telling ourselves about who we are. And so when you tell yourself accurate stories about who you are and you lower your stress levels at light speed, your state of consciousness, aka your quality of life, skyrockets.
And I will say, from my own experience, Andrew was my meditation coach. And if I hadn't had him, I would have never actually had the courage to leave corporate America and start my own company. So, Andrew, meditation. We're going to popcorn here. Up next is Clara.
Hi, everyone. My name is Clara Francesca, and I'm your speech coach. I'm here to harness the power of your authentic voice so that you can use it in any given circumstance, anywhere, anytime. Let's get specific. It's practical-based work. So if you hear the word presentations, if you hear the word Zoom meetings, last-minute wedding toast, and you freak out when you hear those words, if you get tongue-tied, hot flushes, anxiety, if you want to shut down, you want to run away, if you have any of these reactions to speech, then I'm someone you want to be working with. So we used a personalized approach for all your needs. We do a bunch of diagnostics together and then get really specific. We look at the tenets, the physiology, the psychology, and the philosophy of public speaking to demystify any confusion around how the voice works. And then we get you ready to scaffold and make great presentations and then be able to speak off the cuff so that you can be moving forward in your future in ways that inspire you daily. You want to speak, spontaneously, you want to speak conversationally, you want to speak confidently, then I'm here to work with you.
Thank you, Clara. Up next, let's do Joanna.
So hi, I'm Joanna. I'm an executive leadership and organizational performance coach, and I help leaders master their executive presence and communications to help them advance in their careers. So what does that mean to you? Well, I work with Rebecca's clients on what I call the 8 C's of executive presence: communication, composure, connection, character, charisma, credibility, command, and confidence, all which work together as critical elements to help you achieve that next step in your career. And why does that matter? Well, in the world of work, we know that influence really matters. And key to that is your executive presence. Executive presence is what separates the managers from the leaders. And you can just ask the numerous people who I've helped working with Rebecca to land a new job, become that more influential leader. And 98% of executives say they need help with their executive presence. So you're not alone. And if any of this resonates, I look forward to talking to you.
Yes. Okay, Ashley.
Hi, thank you, Rebecca. My name's Ashley Whitaker, and I am a financial educator. So money is one of the top 3 stressors that people experience throughout their lives. And there's a good reason for that. And that is we don't really learn about how money really works. There isn't a lot of information in school. And so when we get out into the work world, we're earning money, but we don't know where to save. We don't know how to save, how to get out of debt, and how to really build for a solid financial future. So what we do with our award-winning books is we teach people the fundamentals. And we start with a financial education through the books, the How Money Works books, for every stage of life, because you need to learn how to save. You need to learn where to save. You need to have proper protection. You need to learn how to invest, and you need to start immediately, even if it's small. Through those books, we teach basic financial concepts to guide you and help you build a strong, solid financial roadmap so that you can achieve your dreams and hopefully get to financial independence. Thanks, Rebecca.
We all need that. Okay. Thank you. That was great. Who wants to go next?
Hi, I'm Liz Wheeler. I'm a health and wellbeing coach. You already know the sayings, health is wealth. And if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. But it's a fact of modern life that we all too easily put our own health and wellbeing on the back burner or forget about it entirely. This is especially true when you're in a period of change or transition. Small daily practices devoted to you being at your best makes you feel at your best in all areas of life. It elevates your sense of self and your self-belief. It directly improves aspects of your physical health, such as energy, sleep, fitness, and your immune system. It supports your mental health, improving your confidence and power for your brain so you can focus, you can problem solve, and make courageous, powerful decisions. And it supports your emotional health as well through balancing your nervous system and hormones. You'll learn what to do and gain the tools for how to do it effortlessly and sustainably. Having excellent health and well-being is your solid foundation, it's your springboard, and it's your competitive edge for success in life, no matter what your goals.
Right? Guys, this is why I don't do this alone. It's so good. All right, Susan, I'm putting you on.
Thank you, Rebecca. My name is Susan Bash, and I work with people who are ready to start a job search. And my focus is really on the practical tools and strategies that people need to present themselves effectively, a great narrative or story for your career, which then translates into a whole suite of tools, including your resume, a cover letter, a compelling LinkedIn profile, and talking points that you can use in interviews and for networking. It's all completely tailorable to whatever needs that you have. We can spend time looking at tactics for targeting and managing your network and the jobs that you want to apply. But all along the way, we're also refining your ability to communicate your goals, your skills, and your talents so that you can move forward with clarity and confidence.
Okay. Clay, you ready for us?
Well, about now, you may feel overwhelmed. And I know that listening to what all we have to offer can really, really be overwhelming. I'm here to help pull all this together. I believe that we all have an inner pattern of wisdom in us. The problem is that it often sounds like mind chatter. All these things going on in transitions in life, all this input that we're getting, that we're giving to you. The problem is that we just can't put it all together. And that's what I help you do. I help you take all the scattered thoughts that are in your mind and put it on paper and make a picture of it. Create a frame of reference. I call it a mandala. Well, it really creates a new lens for you to see and to look at your life and apply it into your life and help you see where you're going.
When you've got 9 coaches and 10 including me, there's certainly a difficulty in getting everyone together. So some additional coaches I want to tell you about. Diane works on a nervous system reset. So we all hear about somatic healing. It's the popular new term, but here's what it really means. Trauma doesn't have to be this huge thing like a car accident or a major death in the family. It's anything in our lives that we don't deal with when it happens. And so while the rest of the coaches are talking sort of metaphysically, Diane actually helps you physically. You got a headache, you've got backaches, chronic pain. She helps you to physically reset your nervous system so that you can have the ability to have these shifts and changes with all the other coaches. One of the key things that we work on in the Babcock Method isn't just giving you the tools and tips to get where you want to be, but really understanding what's been keeping you stuck. And that's where Brandon comes in. And the breath work is designed to allow you to actually get your heart and your mind to listen together. And it's that thing that you know you want to let go of, that is no longer serving you, that you just can't seem to shake or get rid of. And what Brandon does is he comes in and helps do just that. So together with a few missing coaches, we are Rebecca Babcock Coaching, and each one of us is working in our own unique way to help you get from stuck to purposeful and really feel like you're in the driver's seat of your life, financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, career-wise, and everything else in between. So thank you for taking the time to listen to us. And hello from all of us here at Rebecca Babcock Coaching.